Hello guys, welcome to today's daily vlog, shall we call it. I'm not really sure where this one's gonna go because it's a bit of a different day. So obviously it's like my child-free day and a non-working day, but I have actually been at work today. I had a training course which I needed to attend, so I have just finished that, and I thought I would just have a catch up with you. I thought about not filming, like obviously I've not filmed anything to do with work because that part of my life doesn't come onto here, but I thought I would come on because following on from that I do have a phone call later for my PIP application, so I thought I would maybe talk through that just whilst I'm waiting for the phone call, so it'll take my mind off of it. But before we get into any of it, I hope you are enjoying my vlogs so far. As always, if there's anything you want to see from me, can you let me know in the comments or let me know via my socials, which will always be linked in the description box. So yeah, if there's anything you want to see or there's anything like I talk about in my vlogs that you like maybe want to follow up on, then yeah, I'm always here to chat. So yeah, let me know. But yeah, I thought we would just go through a few things today. I've got like a little notebook like that I started writing this morning and last night about kind of what I wanted to speak to you about. So yeah, I have a few bits, so we'll do the whole sort of ADHD update. I think there's been a couple like dotted here and there throughout my videos, but yeah, I thought there's a couple of elements to talk about, and I thought the fact that I have my PIP call later kind of tied quite nicely into that. So if this is your first video watching me, I was diagnosed with ADHD at the beginning of the year. I've been diagnosed with combined ADHD, which is the inattentive and hyperactive ADHD. If you don't know, you are eligible to apply for personal independence payment. So it's a very long process, I will tell you that, and yeah, it really makes you think about a lot of elements in your life that I'm not necessarily sure you may have thought about before. So it can be quite mentally debilitating, draining. I have really struggled with it. And I would also want to say as well, like, I come on here and I show you my good bits, and I need to be better at showing you the more well-rounded life, because what you might be getting me good on a Monday morning, but what you haven't seen is me really struggling all this weekend, like not being able to focus, not being able to get basically up off the sofa, not being present for my husband and my kids and all of those things. But you get me that joy me on like the Monday morning where I'm like, oh hi, here's my video, hey great. And whilst at this present moment that could be true of ADHD, it's not always the truth. It's always, it's such a roller coaster, and I'm not even sure I could pinpoint a roller coaster in the world to accurately describe ADHD to you. But there's so many twists and turns and variabilities, and like, oh, there's just so much that people just don't tell you about and don't explain. And I'm hoping to over time become one of those people that is really honest about it. You know, you see me going to London shopping and you think, oh that's fine, she's having a great time, and actually what I need to get better at showing is, you know, I've talked to you guys about my spending shame cycle. You didn't see that, where I spent a lot of money and I went into a dip of that. Sorry if you can hear my stomach rumbling, I'm so sorry. Then what you also haven't seen is that masking and being on for so long for that day and just trying to get through it and push my ADHD aside, actually then for a good few days after really debilitates me. I'm again, at those points where I can't focus, I can't be productive, I can't be present, I can't mask anymore, and things like that. And that will tie into, I have a holiday, like staycation update, in this video as well, and it kind of ties in because there's many reasons why I don't want to go to it, but one of them has been my ADHD. One of the top ones is my ADHD, and it might be likely that I don't actually go, which I will explain later. I think that will be like a separate nugget, but it ties in. I have digressed from the PIP application anyways, because, you know, ADHD. Just you are eligible to apply if you have been diagnosed with, you know, ADHD, autism. It's not just physical injuries, or like diagnoses? Is it diagnoses? So yeah, you are eligible basically. I sent it off a few months ago now, and today I have a phone call where they're going to ask, I think, 3 or 4 questions to decide whether it proceeds to just be a paper application or whether I need to be seen face to face, basically. So yeah, I have that today. So I will probably jump back on after I've had the phone call, and talk to you about it. So essentially, and again, if you don't know how it's broken down, PIP, I'm just going to get it. I should have got this up for you. So it's broken down into 2 components. So there is the daily living component, which is for help with everyday tasks, and the mobility component, which is help getting around. So your standard rate per week for daily living is £76.70 per week, and your enhanced rate is £114.60 per week. Your mobility component is awarded for, like I said, with help getting around, and the standard rate is £30.30 a week, and the enhanced rate is £84.55. And I mean, I haven't looked too much into the mobility side, that I'm going to say, because obviously I think with it not being a physical illness, I don't need like the Motability scheme for a car, basically. So yeah, I would be shocked if I was to get awarded that. So yeah. So also something to note as well, if they start it from your date of application. So if you get awarded it and you are successful, I don't know if successful is the right word, they will backdate from the original date that you applied. So say you applied on the 1st of January and you get awarded next week. That's basically the money that they will have to pay you, and then going forward it's just paid per month, I believe. So yeah, I'm waiting that phone call. I will check back in with you about how it went, what they said, what they asked, because you don't see a lot around any of this, so I thought I would talk to you guys about it. And I know a lot of people may not agree with people applying for it. Trust me, I didn't take the decision lightly, and I think filling out the forms actually almost confirmed to me why I was applying for it. The amount I struggle with on just daily tasks. Like, whilst I won't go into every single specific with you, a good example I can give you is that one of the sort of subheadings of daily living is cooking and like eating. So I thought I just didn't cook because I didn't want to be a Holly housewife, and that just wasn't my thing. And no, it actually turns out that my ADHD plays a massive part in that, because I will get distracted. I could set fire to my house because I won't remember that I've left something on, or and there's just too many steps for me to cook a meal. So that's one for me. Like, my brain gets overwhelmed with the amount of steps it takes, so therefore, like, I will just go without eating because I can't get past the overwhelm of all of that, which is why my husband does the cooking, not me. My husband does 100% of the cooking because it overwhelms me. I don't do the food shop, I don't do the food list, any of that. I don't meal prep, I don't meal plan, because again, the overwhelm is so great. And another one which would probably bring me into my hyperfixation, which I was going to talk to you about, but another one is my spending. I thought my spending was just normal and almost maybe linked to my self-worth. Nope, turns out ADHD. To the fact of all of our bills don't come out of my account because I can't be trusted. So, like, I'm not going to go too deep in because, you know, I have to keep some things, you know, private to myself, but they're the ones that I think, especially the spending one, I think a lot of people watch my videos and be like, oh my god, she's so rich and she's so this, and like, how does she have all this money? And actually you don't see everything going on in my head and behind the scenes. So yeah. Another ADHD update is my titration update. I am still not medicated for my ADHD. I chased it a couple of weeks ago now, to which they said I was like 16 weeks into my waiting period for my titration, and they were expecting it to be another 8 weeks. So I think I'm now at about a 6-week wait, which is just, it's horrible. I am of the belief that I seriously need to be medicated for my ADHD. I struggle, and I think it's definitely not a great thing that you are kind of just, you get diagnosed and you kind of just get left in this little like limbo of it all, and it's just, yeah, it's not fun. So yeah, I've got about another 6 weeks, I believe. So I will, obviously, when I have an update on my titration, I will let you know. And then also, just to round off the ADHD element, we have a new hyperfixation. Obviously, we have Hamilton. Hamilton is still there. Hamilton is still going. Trust me. But I also wanted to explain, like, whilst telling you about my new one, I mean, the clue is here. It's right here. But I was trying to explain it to Adam the other day, and he just was like, whilst he was nodding and trying to, like, be interested, you could just tell he doesn't get it. And that's fine. But I want to explain to you that hyperfixation isn't just like, oh my god, I love Hamilton, I love the songs, I love seeing it. It's so much more than that, and I wish it wasn't. It's a lot. It's so much. Like, my new fixation is road makeup. It's the Hailey Bieber makeup range. I wanted to buy some stuff, which I did when I went to London. I'd saved money for it. I knew that's what I wanted to buy. I didn't want to buy it online. I wanted the chance to see it in person. Great. Thought nothing of it. Absolutely. Just go and have like a hurrah, done. Oh no. So I brought quite a lot. I brought, 3 lip liners, 3 lip tints, 2 of the bronzers, a cheek one, the highlighter milk, the brush, the skincare. I mean, if you want to see what I actually bought, check out my London haul, which I think is the video before this. But now, because there was some other stuff that wasn't in stock, isn't in stock online, I'm like, when's it coming back in stock? Why is no one communicating me why it's not coming? And like that, you could see on my face just there, the anger, like that, like, when's it coming back in stock? Why isn't it coming back? Why is no one communicating this? Because it's like my brain and my ADHD can't cope with like the unknown, and the planning, and I want to financially plan, I want to do it. And again, it's, oh my god, I think about it for like, I would say a good 20 minutes to half hour out of every hour. I am thinking about what I still want, what I've already got. You know, the shades I want. How am I going to get the money? Am I going to wait and get it online? Am I going to go to a different Sephora? How am I going to get to another Sephora? How am I going to get to this? How am I going to do? And I'm not being present in life, like, because it's consuming me so much, and it's silly. It's makeup. It's not going to change the fucking world. And quite frankly, I would argue maybe it doesn't even change my face. But like, I don't even know how to explain it. And it's the same with Hamilton. Like, why can't I just get in the car? Like, I'll get in the car today, and I should be listening to Pitbull because I'm going to Pitbull on Friday. I'll listen to Hamilton because I can't break. It's this cycle you just cannot break. And I'm just like, I can't, honestly, I just can't cope with how much it consumes you and takes over your brain. And before I got diagnosed, I just thought being obsessed with things was a bit normal, like being obsessed with Wicked and being obsessed with whatever else, like spending money. Before, like, probably a lot of my buying the clothes for the kids is linked, thinking back on it, is probably linked to my ADHD. Like, I just obviously didn't know then. But like, honestly, hyperfixations are just next level. Like, yeah, it's just, sorry, I feel like I got really passionate about that. But again, I want to show you the reality of, like, maybe in my London video it just looked like, oh my god, I'm buying all this makeup, oh my god, it's so great. And like, I'm actually now showing you like the undertone and the reality of that. Like, that is still true, because yeah, I love it. Like, it's so good, hence probably why I want to buy more. But it is so good, and like, honestly, I'll recommend it. And I will probably do a whole makeup routine / video on here and probably on my TikTok. But the undertone and the undercurrent is a little bit darker, I would say. And I want to share that with you. So I have shared, well, I've just shared it with you. But yeah, I hope all of that kind of made sense. That is my ADHD update. I'm going to go, because I'm going to go for a wee. I'm going to get myself a drink, await my phone call, and I'll check back in after. I do have some TikTok purchases that were just delivered as well, so I'm going to go through those with you. I'm going to have a catch up with you about my Vinted, and I will catch up with you about my holiday update as well, and I will update you on how this call goes. And also, I've only got like 10 minutes left on my camera, so I need to delete some footage from before, and then I will have some space to talk to you a bit more. So yeah, hopefully that explains a lot. I've also looking at my list of my content for my TikTok, and it's interesting because I get in a real cycle about this. Sorry, should be going, but I get in a real cycle about this of why can't I do it? Like, I plan the content out, and then it's likely I probably won't film the content today, and then I spiral because I'm like, I should be able to do this. Normal people are able to do this. Why can't I do this? You know, I have a whole day on my own. Like, technically I haven't had today because I've had my training and I've got this phone call. But yeah. Anyways, we move. I'll let you know if I do the content. But I'm gonna go because I need a wee, I need a drink, and I'm gonna have the phone call hopefully in about 10 minutes. So yeah, I will catch up with you guys in a bit. Please appreciate my Road bronzer and blusher because I'm having a breakdown about it. And yeah, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit, guys. I just had my PIP phone call. I do not know what to make of it, quite frankly. So he asked if I was on any medication, and obviously I said no, because right now I'm not. I do obviously try and to remember to take my more natural supplements, which is like my magnesium and all the other things, which I've done in another, I think I've done in another video. So yeah, he asked that. He asked if I go to work, which obviously I do. He asked if I drive, and obviously I answered that I sometimes do have to drive in, but sometimes obviously Adam, my husband, will drive in. He asked if I had any sickness. He asked if any of my day-to-day stuff had got worse from my application, and I did say yes. From like the socialising and mixing with people aspect and the money aspect. And then he said he'll send that off, and it will be a couple of weeks for them to decide if it's a paper report, and then from then it's like another 6 to 8 weeks decision. But in the next couple of weeks I will know if it's a paper report or a full assessment, like face-to-face assessment. And then I can request the report if I want to. But I am just gonna get it in my head that I'm probably not getting it. I don't know why. I just don't know. Yeah. Anyways, what else was I going to talk to you about? Oh, well, I did just speak about the holiday there, so I'm mindful that I'm just doing my video here, but I will move around the house in a minute, because I do have some jobs to do around the house, and I've got about another hour and a half until I have to go on the school run, so I'm just going to crack on with a few bits really. But I know in another video I don't know if teased is the right word, I teased about like a holiday update, and whilst I'm not going to go completely in depth for about everything, I can give you a broad overview, I think. So essentially there is a staycation happening as a holiday. I'm not calling it a holiday, and you'll understand that in a minute. And it's with Adam's side of the family. Now we're not just talking like brothers, their partners, his mum and dad, like we're talking his whole family. So yeah, as you can imagine, as someone with ADHD, so there is two elements that I am struggling with, basically. I'm not going to tell you where this place is, or anything like that, or like name anyone in his family. I'm just, like I said, I'm going to give you the brief overview of the situation, and hope that you kind of understand where I'm coming from. But essentially we'll talk about the ADHD side in a minute, because that's one in its own thing. We were promised accommodation that hasn't come to fruition, basically. I thought, you know, we would have our own rooms with a bathroom and facilities, and we have been, in my opinion, shafted. So yeah, we have been put in a tent, a yurt, whatever you want to call it. Now essentially we have two children, aged 3 and nearly 6. There is no toilets in this thing, so you have to walk across a field to get to the toilets. So if Tommy wakes up in the middle of the night, needs a wee, we have to leave this sleeping space and go and find toilets. Problem number one. They are communal toilets, which is just... There are communal shower spaces, which, again, no. Like, and we only, like, I think there's 6 groups of us that have to share this communal shower space. So, number one, I will selfishly say I'm not a communal shower kind of girl, and I don't believe that that's appropriate. But anyways. On top of that, I have 2 young children who bath. They don't shower, they bath. So that should have been thought about, in my opinion. But anyways. And then also in our sleeping facility, there is no lights, there is no curtains, there is no electricity. So there's no curtains, so obviously if sun rises at 5 AM, obviously that's going to come in, that's going to wake up the kids. My kids don't wake up at 5 AM, thank the Lord. There's no electricity, so you can't, if it's hot, there's no place to put a fan. We can't charge our phones, our iPads, because obviously our kids do have a routine at night time, and you know, let's not get in the comments about whether you agree with our routine or not, but that does involve some screen time. We have white noise machines. If I am to have a lovely communal shower, how the hell am I meant to dry my hair? Like, because the only place, well, one of the only places you can get electricity is in the communal kitchen. Now, I'm pretty sure people don't want to rock up at breakfast time in the communal kitchen and I'm like drying my hair. So, but if that's the only space I've got to do it, then I'm going to do it. And some people's responses when this has been brought up is, well, just don't wash your hair. Well, no, it's basic hygiene. Also, if it's hot, like, I will want to wash my hair. I get so overstimulated by like sweaty scalp. So yeah. What was the other thing did I say? There was no curtains, no electricity. I can't remember the other thing I said. Oh yeah, there's no lights in it, so like at night time there's no lights, and if I can't charge my phone I can't put the torch on my phone, so you know, it's the whole thing. So yeah, that's not fun. But what was the other thing? I can't remember. Oh yeah, and I had to put on the family WhatsApp group about some people had baths, so I was like, well, Oxy needs a bath, and I like made a joke about like, well, you guys have the best bath, so we'll be like bathing Oxy in there, and there's been no response. So it's like no one has actually thought about like just the logistics of any of this, like. Oh, and then I found out the other day that there are still 3 rooms spare, so I'd like to know what those 3 rooms are. But they are not my family, so I probably won't be doing that. I will probably be speaking to my husband about doing that. Because like I don't want to come across as like the spoiled only child that I probably know I am. But there are just certain, like, this isn't a holiday to me. This was sent out to me as like a holiday. This isn't a holiday. Like, I even love the idea of like, if you went abroad, it's just parenting in a different location. Yeah, I totally get that. But at least like someone else cooks for you. We have to cook at this place. Someone else, like, you know, you're not cleaning. Oh, when you read the info pack, you have to clean up. and you have to clean the showers after you use it and all of this, and I'm just like, hang on a minute, like, you have to pay for the recycling. Like, what are we actually paying for here? Because, yeah. So all of that, I mean, there has been elements of, there were text messages that were like, well, we're doing this, and basically telling us what we're doing. And I seem to do is tell an ADHD person what they've got to do, because they ain't gonna do it. So that makes me not want to go. Also, the ADHD side of it is probably going to be the reason I don't go. Whether that is because, whether that's that Adam takes the kids on his own and doesn't go with me, or I keep the kids behind, I don't know how that's going to work. But yeah, I don't feel like it's appropriate for my mental well-being to put myself in that situation. It's a lot for my ADHD to deal with. I think it's a lot to be expected of me by other people to just get on with it when I struggle. Yeah, I just think, yeah, it's a lot. And I think it hasn't helped by the sort of like lack of communication. Like, the two worst things you can do to someone with ADHD is like not provide the information and leave them in like a state of the fear of the unknown. Like, and that's kind of what's been happening. So at this point it is highly likely I won't be going. How that looks, like I said, I don't know, but we shall see. We shall see. But that's kind of the broad overview I can give you. There is a lot of pieces and people and other things that have been said and done, which I won't go into, but yeah, I'm not impressed, basically. And I don't want it to come up, because I can only sort of give you minimal information, I don't want it to come across as me being like a spoiled little cow. I really am not, and I hope that you don't think that I am, but there are just certain things with having young kids and having ADHD that like you kind of need to survive. So yeah, so I will let you know any updates, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at with that. So I hope you kind of understand what I'm trying to say without me actually giving you all of the information. But yeah, anyways, I've got a few jobs to go and do, and I've got some content I want to film. And I've got a couple of voice notes to listen to from my friend Hannah. So I'm going to go and get on with a few bits. Like, we'll get Tommy's swimming stuff ready. And yeah, all of that. So yeah, I will catch up with you guys in a bit. Hey guys, sorry for close up my face there. I just thought I would catch up with you whilst I'm getting this stuff ready. But this is just a pile of stuff that I think I'm going to add to my Vinted. So I will link my Vinted down below. Because I uploaded a few bits the other day and I have made like £100 from it, so I feel like the momentum is there to do it a bit more. Yeah, that's age 2 to 3, that's going to be too small. So yeah, I am going to put it up. So I'll link it down below, but yeah, like you see, it's still got tags on. Yeah, I think that's a bit too small for Oakley now. And yeah, I'm just mindful that I don't want to leave this stuff just to sort of sit there over the summer. And yeah, I just want to start getting rid of a few bits bits as and when I think, oh, they're not going to wear them, or I just haven't reached for them, like this one. It's a lovely Primark set, I just haven't reached for it, so. And like these are too small from Zara. I loved them, but they are just too small. So yeah, I will add these on my Vinted, so please be sure to check it out. And there's so much like other stuff on there, and obviously I will be uploading obviously close to the time I will be uploading like autumn, Halloween and Christmassy bits as well, so be sure to check out that. Sorry, I'm just referring to my list of stuff I wanted to put in this video with you guys. So yeah, anyways, and I had some things come from TikTok shop, so I'm going to run through those and then I'm going to end the vlog because we're almost at 2 o'clock, so I will have to do the school run soon. And I feel like with the ADHD update and then my like holiday update and then this, it's probably going to be quite a long one, so we'll end it. But I just want to show you the bits I got from TikTok shop. You've probably seen these all over TikTok. Oh, congrats on your TikTok video, it's like they know I'm talking about them. So I got the hypochlorous acid pill body shot. You've probably seen this everywhere. It's from Medicube. I have just put a bit on my leg just to test it, and you know when you see people with the dry skin coming off and you think, oh yeah, that's probably AI'd. Yeah, it's not AI'd quite frankly. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to actually using this properly. I only used a tiny bit because obviously I am going to go on the school walk and I'm going to go out in the sun, so I didn't want to like do my whole body and then go out in the sun, so yeah. And it came as a set with the pill shot, which is for your face, so it basically does the same thing. So it says, after cleansing, apply an appropriate amount to dry skin, avoiding the eye and lip areas, and gently massage until skin feels smooth, and then rinse off thoroughly with water. So that's that one, and it comes in a little pipette bottle. So yeah, got that. So I think those two together at the moment are about £20.70, which is a really good saving because I think they're about £45–50 anyway, so I got a really good discount on that. I did get the facial spray as well because everyone on TikTok is raving about this, and I love a facial spray anyway. So it's the Calming and Hydrating Troublesome Areas Care Relief Spray. It just says, close your eyes, spray 10 to 20 centimetres away from your face to allow for absorption. So yeah, this is going to be great, and I think this is going to be great for like the hotter weather as well. And then I got the 3-hour relief cream because I do get quite red on my face. Obviously I do cover up with makeup, but I would say I get like uneven skin tone and pigmentation, and I also get like quite bad redness, and this is meant to help with that. And I also thought that putting this in the fridge whilst I suffer with hay fever as well, because one of my symptoms is that whether it looks to the visible eye that it does, but it feels like my face swells up, so I thought this would be really good to help with that. So yeah. Oh, and then I picked up my Nutrition Geeks magnesium. This is usually around £9.99 to £12.99 per pack, but on TikTok I got it with the discount and then like a vouchers discount, so I think I paid like £5.74, so I got 2 packs. So that will last me quite a long time. I take this for my ADHD, and I do thoroughly recommend this one, so yeah, I picked those up as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do consider subscribing if you did. Probably next week I will be coming at you with, what will the daily vlog be? I don't know. Ooh. I'll probably give you some updates on how we're decorating our bedroom, and well yeah, just whatever's going on really. I didn't really plan to do this one today, so well, I'll let you know. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you're enjoying my content, and I hope you are yeah, just enjoying it. And like I said, please do consider subscribing, and do let me know in the comments or my socials, which are always linked down below, what you would like to see from me. So yeah, please do let me know. I hope you're having a lovely day, evening, whenever you watch this, and yeah, please do come back and spend some time with us, and yeah, I'll catch you in my next video. Bye guys.